Hi, I'm Neely Jones, host of Focus on Suppliers. At the year-beginning meeting, Walmart's 4 pillars tied into Omni-Channel, which you may think of as e-commerce. Today, we're going to talk with Jacqueline Tiarks, and she's going to share feedback about YBM. Nature's Bakery explains the significance of social media that's backed up by Kirsten Flowers of Riff, whose brick-and-mortar store actually markets for her e-commerce business. And Lacy of Armitron believes working with other suppliers could help the bottom line. Focus on Suppliers starts now.
Focus on Suppliers is presented by 8th and Walton, the premier destination for supplier development, and sponsored in part by Dun & Bradstreet, Saatchi and Saatchi X, and other outstanding companies.
Your Millennial fun fact is that Walmart ranks as the most preferred retail location among millennials 24 years and younger. And while that might come as a little bit of a surprise, it makes sense because millennials are looking for a one-stop shopping environment. While they like some of the experiences that they might get from a Trader Joe's or a Target, they love being able to find all of their needs in one location for the lowest prices. So as you come out of Walmart's Year Beginning meeting, you likely saw products and services more geared toward that millennial population. They're currently 14% of the U.S. population, which is the largest group, and therefore their retail buying power is bigger than ever. So as we think about ways to connect with the millennial in store, make sure that we're talking to them about the things that are important to them. And we'll see you next time for the next Millennial Minute.
During the YBM meeting in Indianapolis, Walmart again brought back the 4 values that they want to focus on. They were the same values from last year. They're looking at winning at store level. Walmart wants the suppliers as well as their buyers to be good merchants and to focus on the customers and what the customers are wanting. They're looking for us to show value, be it through new and innovative items or through pricing. And Walmart also is looking for convenience for their customers, be it store pickup, site-to-store delivery, different things using .com. One of their initiatives is to expand their Omni-Channel experience through making sure that everything that they carry at store level is also available at Walmart.com. It can be done a couple of different ways. There's the store online item, so it shows if we're selling, for example, a dinner plate in a Walmart store, that same dinner plate is also going to be shown on Walmart.com, although it may or may not be transactable. They want us, in addition, to take items that we sell at store level and figure out a way to put them on .com, be it through a pack increase, be it, for example, again in dinnerware, dinner plates, we may, in the store level, sell 1, on .com we sell 6. So it's just giving the customer the opportunity at their convenience to purchase the item. So they can either get it at store level, they can get it on .com. They want it to be a very seamless transition so that if the customer purchases it, they can pick it up wherever they want to. In addition to items that are carried in a Walmart store, Walmart is also asking us to make available our catalog. So if we, as a supplier, sell an additional color, an additional size, even items that are not available in a Walmart store, those they would like to be made available to them through our catalogs. So those items can be put online to be sold for the customer, for example, and I'll always go back to dinnerware because that's where we start. If we carry it in white for Walmart, but we also have it available in red, pink, or blue, they can also pick up the red, pink, or blue through Walmart.com. It allows them to expand their assortment beyond what they carry on the sales floor. Part of the expanded assortment that Walmart's asking us to do as suppliers is make things available or tell a story to the customer about the products that we sell. For example, Durrell is one that comes to mind. They've done some pretty great video footage where they show their product answer the questions that a customer might have of them. For example, talking about the size of the bunk bed or how the bunk bed lays out. Those are the things online, in an online environment, when the customer's researching the product, that become very important. Additional photos and things that show how the product could be used, again, tell a story to the customer that helps them when they're researching purchases. One of the things that Walmart made very clear during the meeting in Indianapolis was that we as suppliers need to treat .com as our #1 store. If you look at the number of customers that are using this mobile or to-go experience, at this point in time they're approaching approximately 50 million downloads of their Walmart app, which is exciting, knowing that you're mobile or on the go, the customer they want to meet where they are in their shopping experience, be it online or in brick and mortar. One of the things that they did share with us that they do know about the customer that shops Omni-Channel is that customer's basket and tickets are larger than their normal brick and mortar customer, which is exciting for suppliers. One of the things that I expected to see that carried over from this year to last year was the focus on .com. That's a big business for them, and it's something that is going to be important going forward. One of the things that was surprising to me in the context, I guess, that they put it was that .com is my #1 store. I realized that on a basis when you run your store, sales by store, that .com is at the top, but then when they put it in the context of think of .com as your #1 store and treat it as such, it was a little bit different slant on that reality. So I thought that was something that was kind of surprising and a positive takeaway.
Visit us at 8thandwalton.com to learn how you can become a better partner with Walmart.
Now we have Stan Zylowski with Movista. Welcome, Stan.
Thank you.
What's hot in retail?
What's hot right now is unification.
Unification, what is that?
Well, it's all about having a single platform, a single place where manufacturers, third-party folks, retailers can all look at the same data at the same time in the same way. One version of the truth.
And so they're coming to companies like yours to develop this?
Yeah, that's right. So Movista is really founded around the concept of let's make sure all the people in the field know what they need to know and everyone back at the central office knows what they need to know. And that's sort of been expanded over to making sure the retailer knows what they need to know. And so what we're seeing now is the development of this interconnected web where when a group goes into a store to do merchandising work, no matter which party they're representing, they're wanting to share that information around with all the related groups and ensure that all the stakeholders know what's going on.
Let's share a little bit more about that. We're talking about the retailer, the supplier, and the third party out there.
That's right.
But there's different third parties out there right now. Are you looking at one system that brings all of these together?
Well, you're either going to have a single system or you're going to have an interconnecting mechanism for all of the different systems that exist out there. What it feels like now is there's sort of a rush to the goal. So in other words, there's going to be some folks who emerge as the leaders in this space. Okay. They're going to have the platform that's servicing all of these different parties. And it's really not about manipulating the data in any way. It's really about just giving people access to the truth as fast as you quickly can so they can act on it and make categories better.
So let's use an example of the pet department.
Sure.
So the third party is out there and they're looking at displays, they're looking at on-shelf, looking at all these different factors. They used to just share this back with the supplier, right? They would put something together to do that. What you're saying is they're now going to be sharing it with the retailer as well.
It's important for a supplier to know that the dog bone modular hasn't been reset, as an example, right?
Okay.
But the sooner that the merchant knows that, the sooner they can act against it, because we know the process is first I know, and then I relate that back to the merchant side of the business, and they work with the op side. But if we can cut out the middle processes there, everything happens faster and the customer's happy and better served.
Well, Stan, thanks for coming in. You are always on the cutting edge, and we appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Focus on suppliers. We'll continue in just a moment.
Doug McMillan will be speaking at the corporate luncheon on March 30th, presented by Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. Our own Neely Jones is serving as MC. Register online at spsfbc.org/about/events.
Bentonville Commerce, less than 1 mile from the Walmart home office. You'll love the convenience, amenities, and customized options Bentonville Commerce offers. For more information or a tour, call 479-200-1112 today.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
You just had your buyer meeting. Now there's follow-up to do. Maybe your buyer wants more on seasonal sales, or invited you to prepare a joint business plan or set up a date for your line review. 8th & Walton can help. Our experts work with you one-on-one in a confidential setting to prepare for your next buyer meeting. The classes we offer help you too. Retail Link, Supply Chain Management, Inventory Management, taught in cities across the country, in Canada, and in Latin America. So before your next buyer meeting, contact 8th & Walton. Then relax, knowing that you will be ready.
Joining us now is Andrew Strolin of Nature's Bakery. You're the Vice President of Marketing. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
For people who aren't familiar with your company, give us a brief overview.
Nature's Bakery is a brand started by father and son duo Dave and Sam Marson, with the whole idea of creating simple, on-the-go snacks and food crafted with thoughtful ingredients.
And over the last 3 years, you have really seen this company grow.
Absolutely. I was there when it was a fledgling brand, and now we have over 500 employees and sponsoring Danica Patrick. It's been crazy.
It's been crazy and fantastic. Danica Patrick kind of brings me to the social media portion that I'm wanting to ask you about. What role has social media played for you?
It's one of the cornerstones of our marketing strategy. It's been amazing for us because it allows us to talk with consumers and allows them to talk with us, as well as we can listen in on conversations and really understand what people are thinking and saying.
Elaborate on what we discussed earlier when you were speaking of Facebook and paying to have those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes have to do the payment, but you're saying you guys don't do that.
We don't really boost a lot to promote on Facebook. We've recognized that Facebook, for us, as a valuable tool and channel, is something that we use for customer service. It's been really great for us. We were able to create a lot of conversations. We're able to
continue those conversations.
Exactly.
I would think through the different channels. And you use different forms, not just Facebook. You're also using Instagram and Twitter. Each one have a different voice?
Yes, each one varies depending on the type of community that gravitates around that channel. You get more of a active outdoor lifestyle community on Instagram, where the pictures are very visual and high production quality, and just seeing how our product's used in real life. And Twitter is more of a fast-moving channel where it's just constantly churning.
And you can be a little bit more laid back when it comes to social media, because in the corporate world, you hear don't put a smiley face on an email, but not necessarily the case in social media. You guys have fun.
And that's part of our brand. We're approachable, and we feel that that's okay to bring in emoticons and emojis and when we're talking with people at the right moments.
Exactly. Speaking of your brand, let's look at your brand a little bit. You have some new products.
Yeah, absolutely. In the front, we have our Stone Ground Whole Wheat Fig Bars, which is our flagship product line that we started with. And what we've also have here is our double chocolate brownie, which is a dairy-free chocolate brownie made with whole grains and uses a little bit of blended with dates as well. This is our newest product that's going to be carried at Walmart.
One of the things you say is important, especially for millennials, in this packaging, you make it clear the things they're looking for, cholesterol-free, dairy-free, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Consumers are savvy, shoppers are savvy now, and they're scanning and they're looking for specific label cues like non-GMO project verification, kosher certification, whether it's a vegan product, if there's a whole grains council on there talking about the whole grains, and as well as when we say crafted with ingredients, crafted with thoughtful ingredients, we encourage people to turn the product around and look at the ingredients.
And check for themselves.
Absolutely.
All right, Andrew, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Joining us now, Kirsten Flowers of Riff. Thank you for being here today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Amazing to have you on set. You have recently been named a 30 under 30 by Forbes.
Yes, very exciting.
We are excited about that for you, but let's back up a little bit and talk about how you started, because you started just you.
Right. And I didn't have an employee for about 6 months. Mm-hmm. So I started Riff Raff when I was a senior in college at the U of A. And I was an interior design major, and Riff Raff started as a home decor store. I took $100 from my paycheck and went to every yard sale and garage sale I could find, bought junky items and refurbished them and would turn them for a profit. About a month or a year and a half into that, Pinterest came along and kind of taught all of our customers how to refurbish their own furniture. So we saw sales dip. At that point, I also wanted to experiment introducing clothing to our boutique and do more of a lifestyle boutique. So I kind of felt the nudge that that was the time to do it. The first night we introduced clothing, we sold out of it, and that night's sales were greater than the whole month previous. So it was kind of like okay, Fayetteville needs clothing, we'll do that. So since then, we've seen Riff Raff just skyrocket. We've used social media like crazy as our best form of advertising, and it's grown into 5 different companies.
Talk to me about that. You have locations in Dallas?
Yes. So we have Fayetteville, Arkansas. We have a boutique, a storefront in Dallas, Texas, and in shopriffraff.com. We chose to do Dallas, Texas because Dallas was the biggest ship-to location for our online store, so it made sense.
And your online store does a lot of business for you.
Yes, about 80%.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, trends you're seeing.
Lots of 90s. So you've kind of got like the flannel aspect going on, like the oversized t-shirts, a lot of denim on denim. And then you've also got the bright poppy 90s coming back. So if you remember Lisa Frank stickers.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Yep, it's embarrassing, but it's coming back.
Yes.
So you're on trend. Like unicorns, smiley faces, all that is coming back.
That's amazing to me
I know.
that's coming back. But I get it. It's popular.
Yeah.
We spoke and we were talking about one of the things that you deal with that you want vendors to know about because you don't want to have to deal with it.
Right.
Knockoffs.
Right, yeah. So, you know, vendors want to make money, so they will create what's on trend. And a lot of the time it's a knockoff of a higher upscale line. And, you know, we'll buy it because we want to retail that at a great price point for our customers. And then the upscale brand will reach out to us with a cease and desist letter and kind of say, you can't do this, which we understand, but it's not necessarily us manufacturing it, it's the vendor. And so then we've got to connect the upscale brand to the vendor, and it's a lot of jumping through hoops for us. Exactly.
So you just like to see them not do that or
Right.
rectify
Follow the
them.
rules.
Follow the rules,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, that brings me to, you say you don't see returns.
No, we very rarely get a return at Riff Raff, and I feel like that's because our customer service is impeccable. We do a really good job of describing each product to all the customers. We have measurements on our website. We have actually people responding to comments on Instagram and social media asking, you know, would this look good with this? So we're really good at that aspect, and we offer free shipping, and our price point's low. So there's no need for a return.
So you feel like all those things play a part.
Absolutely.
Social media has been a huge driving force for you. We have about 30 minutes. Where have you seen the most success?
30
seconds, sorry.
30 seconds, Facebook. Facebook kind of got us from a brick-and-mortar store to an online store. And that was back before they had their algorithm to charge per post, but we needed that to kind of boost us, and so we owe Facebook a lot.
That helps me segue because there's so much to talk to you about. We're very excited for you. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
We're going to have you back to talk about e-commerce because you have been so successful there.
Great. I'm
Look forward
excited.
to seeing you then. Thank
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Be sure to like 8th and Walton on Facebook.
Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area. Call 479-200-1112 today.
GigWalk is transforming how work gets done. As the leading mobile workforce management platform, GigWalk provides companies with mobile tools and a data-driven approach to improving business efficiency. Leading brands and retailers use GigWalk to manage their field teams and to mobilize 750,000 GigWalkers to collect data intelligence about their business and brands. Are the shelves stocked? Are my products priced competitively? Are the correct promotions in place? Visit us at gigwalk.com to learn more. GigWalk, make work better.
Armitron impressed me when I bought a watch in 2005 before my second deployment to Iraq. And on that deployment, I was hit by a roadside bomb, and I was wearing that Armitron watch. It's almost as if that watch was a part of me. It went through the explosion. It sat in a drawer, lonely, and it was like my depression. And to pull it out, clean it off, put it on, and it still worked, is my story.
Generally, when you're talking about apparel, you don't so much think about watches and jewelry, but Ben Lacey is here to tell us how we might be wrong. And let me just say, you are here and you're with Armitron. You've been working with Walmart for about 35 years.
Yes. Seen a lot of trends come and go, but actually watches, as far as Walmart is concerned, is in the apparel category. So there's a lot of playoff and a lot of synergies between the two categories.
Well, and that brings me to my next question. You've seen some things happening that directly coincide with what's happening in apparel.
Yes, absolutely. In apparel right now, the great trend is athleisure. And it's almost become beyond a trend. It's not a get back into shape after the holidays. It's a 12-month process of wearing, yoga pants or Nike shorts instead of jeans. It's a much more casual lifestyle.
And that has parlayed itself into watches and jewelry.
Yes. As you can see here with our watches, we have a lot of colorful accents that you'll see a lot in activewear and in the athleisure category. And we've used insight from apparel to develop the watches to kind of allow the female customer to coordinate her sport and active lifestyle.
And have you seen that being very popular?
Extremely popular, yes. Not just in the spring, as I mentioned, but it's a year-round category now.
And quickly, you've mentioned this before because we've had you on the show before. How important is it that we see our suppliers work together?
Oh, yes. And we talked about this before, that it's not just one watch brand with Walmart, it's all the watch brands, it's all of jewelry. And in this case, it's all of jewelry, all of watches, and apparel working together to maximize sales.
Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you.
Oh, thank you again.
We'll be back in a bit. Joining us now, some very special guests who talk to us about the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. So please join me in welcoming Andrea Milton. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Alicia, we're so excited to see you here as well.
Thank you.
Before we start talking to you, I want to explain to people who don't know what you do. It's a great gift.
Absolutely. So we are Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. We provide scholarships to single parents who are trying to go back to school or go to school for the first time. We do not pay the students specifically. We don't just give them money. We act as an alternate checking account. So we pay bills on their behalf. So we're basically a barrier removal program.
And help them get a fresh start with.
Yes, absolutely.
Felicia McCraney, you are here. You are now with Walmart at the corporate office, but you are also a graduate of this program. What role has this played in your life?
Oh, significant. As Andrea said, they not only provide you money to support you in going to school, but they also provide you other resources. So through the partnerships with suppliers, with other NGOs, with other groups, they bring together a collective of skills and abilities, trainings, and extra resources that are available. So it was critical for me to partner with them and be successful in school.
Is it fair to say life-changing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons we have you here today, is we want to tell people how they can support your organization. You have a corporate luncheon coming up.
Yes.
Keynote speaker Doug McMillan.
Yes, we're very excited to have him involved this year. It's on March 30th. So we are selling tickets. They're $50 a piece, and they're also sponsorships available. So people can buy them on our website. So they can just visit our website and purchase tickets online.
Now, if there's someone who's interested in being a participant in the program, do they just call? And I also want to be sure and say, don't be embarrassed by that. If you want to call, please call.
Yeah, absolutely. They can give us a call. Also on our website, we have what's called a qualifying questionnaire, so they can fill that out and determine if they qualify for the program. And then that will then send an email to our admissions counselor, and then she'll be able to contact them.
You were talking to me about the numbers and how much the program has grown.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this year for the spring semester, we have 124 students that are in the program. So that's a little bit larger than what some people may think. Last year we had 28 graduates of the program, and 8 of those went on to further education. So some of them may have had like an associate's and went on for their bachelor's. But then the rest of them, they went on and they are now working within our community. And those students were originally making about a little over $10,000 as a household, and now they're making over $32,000. And that's on average, and that's not necessarily going to make anyone rich by any means, but they're all out of the poverty level, and that's our end goal, is to make sure that they're above the poverty level.
And to give them more tools for a better start at life, which you are a testament to that. How much does it mean to you to be able to go spread the word about the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County to encourage other people to participate?
Oh, absolutely. I'm thankful to have been a part of the organization, but I'm also thankful now that I can give back, right, and pay back what was given to me through all of those years and trainings and education. So now, I'm able to teach classes, whereas before I was taking classes through single parent scholarship on how to dress for success and what is being a professional and how to do a resume, things like that.
You were saying life has come full circle. You have an 18-year-old now.
I do. I have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 13-year-old. So my hands are full, but I was taught you always give back. It doesn't matter whether it's money or time or what that looks like. So I'm glad to be a part of the Alumni Council, to be able to help be a mentor to some of the students today.
We are so thankful to have both of you here. Besides the corporate sponsorships, if people are interested in supporting you any other way, just give you a call.
Absolutely. We have a corporate council and advisory council that people can be involved in, and so that's really the initial step to get involved with us, and they can just give us a call and send us an email either way.
Great to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. You can see all episodes and extended interviews at Vimeo.
We're here today with Joel Graham. He has 28 years of experience with Sam's Club, and he's now an expert with 8th and Walton. Welcome, Joel.
Thank you.
28 years with Sam's Club? What did you do there?
It's more like what I didn't do.
Okay.
So started out in the local Springdale club, but 10 years of operations in the field, hands-on merchandising experience. Then moved into the home office and did some merchandising, some replenishment, and then also enterprise-level projects.
Okay. So I'm a new supplier, and what is the difference between Walmart and Sam's Club?
There's a lot of differences. One of the differences I would call out is Sam's is a push system, which is very unique and different than the Walmart system. Well, as most people know, Walmart, you order into the DC, but then once your product is in the DC, it's pulled from the DC by the stores. At Sam's, the order is pushed with the PO from the DC straight into the store. So Sam's would be a cross-dock type of logistics system where you would bring in full truckloads, those trucks would be unloaded, and those individual pallets would be loaded on trucks sent to each store.
So you have a new supplier who's looking at making that transition from Walmart to Sam's Club. What advice would you give them?
Get to know your merchandising assistant.
And who's that person?
Yeah, they are the glue, is the word I would use, for the merchandising team at Sam's Club. They really are the first line of contact for all suppliers.
And they work with the buyers, right?
They work with the buyers, or direct support. They do all the different things such as pricing and item setup and all of that. So get to know them, try to establish a good, healthy relationship with that individual.
Well, I'd like to talk about this more with you because I think this is really the first step, that merchandising assistant, but it's also really understanding Sam's Club better and getting to know that. And I'd like to find out more about that from you. We'll meet with you again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Joel, thank you so much for coming in today.
You're welcome.
GigWalk is transforming how work gets done. As the leading mobile workforce management platform, GigWalk provides companies with mobile tools and a data-driven approach to improving business efficiency. Leading brands and retailers use GigWalk to manage their field teams and to mobilize 750,000 GigWalkers to collect data intelligence about their business and brands. Are the shelves stocked? Are my products priced competitively? Are the correct promotions in place? Visit us at gigwalk.com to learn more. GigWalk, make work better.
Doug McMillan will be speaking at the corporate luncheon on March 30th, presented by Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. Our own Neely Jones is serving as MC. Register online at spsfbc.org/about/events.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do. Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area. Call 479-200-1112 today.
That does it for this week's show, but before we go, here are 3 takeaways for your notes. 1, remember, rich content like photos and detailed descriptions can really help you succeed when it comes to omni-channel. And 2, don't underestimate the power of social media and how it can drive your e-commerce. Number 3, work with the competition, work with suppliers and Walmart to lift your overall category. In the end, teamwork makes the dream work, right? We'll see you next week.
To record this show, set your DVR to Focus on Suppliers, Sundays at 5 a.m. on KNWA.